going on YouTube as we wake and bake this morning. Wanted to go over you guys because I just did a live show last night and came across a very good question, and a question that I get asked often. Actually a couple questions, and it kind of gave me an idea. Want to do this video for you guys because some of you guys have probably asked these questions as well, or probably want these questions asked. So one of the questions that I get asked commonly, and this was asked last night, is for you first time travelers, where should you go for your first country? Now for me, it was Colombia. Now my story is a little different because, excuse me, my story is a little different because, one, I know the language a little bit. I was kind of influenced by my female friend, former co-worker that y'all seen, that I recently had dinner with, and I've had her on the channel about a year ago as well, because she's from Colombia, and she was kind of like pushing me to, get a passport and travel as well. And meeting her and seeing how just much of a sweetheart she was, and then meeting her mom, and she was the same way, and other Colombians that worked there as well, I was kind of like, all right, let me see what it's about, since I know the language a little bit anyway. And though obviously the women are like gorgeous, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see what it's about, and fell in love with the culture. Beautiful women everywhere. I would say it's not as dangerous as people try to make it out the same. I think those are just people that are not really being mindful of how they move, because you got to think, I'm a YouTuber walking around with this camera, you know what I mean? If those guys are targets and they're getting hit, shouldn't I be an even bigger target? But somehow I managed to be back home here in the United States, and I've been to Colombia twice, 2 times to Barranquilla and once to Medellin. And when I go back, I'll probably end up hitting both cities again, probably try to get Cartagena in as well. Now, but to answer the question, it really depends on what's best for you. And I answered this question the other night by saying this: it really comes down to, for one, have you ever been on a plane before? The reason why I say this is because if you really haven't been on a plane before, then you probably want to stay away from the Asian countries, because pretty much any Asian country you go to, you're talking somewhere between 24 all the way up to probably 32 hours of flying. So you're gonna lose a day, and you're gonna have jet lag. You're gonna need about a day or two for your body to catch up with the time difference, because it's about 12 hours in difference, once you start hitting these Asian countries, especially Southeast Asia. So if you don't think you can handle a very long flight, or a lot of flying, or that amount of flying, I would suggest stay away from there as your first option. However, if the language barrier is more of an importance to you, like if you can tolerate the long flights for the sake of going to a country where you don't have to worry about much of a language barrier, then yeah, I would suggest Philippines, Thailand, or some European country as your first option. Now, other things that you have to consider is like safety. If safety is important, then the Asian countries. But like I said, man, you really have to prioritize exactly what it is you're looking for, and how long are you willing to fly? How long are you willing to travel? You know, a lot of people were telling me I should have just went to Mexico because it's right there, very short flight. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna go to Colombia because I know somebody that's from there that lives here with me, you know, and Colombia was real popular at the time, still popular, but it's starting to become popular for a lot of negative reasons, unfortunately. Um, but I still like Colombia, but I just like Thailand more, which is a good segue to the second question that I get commonly. What country do I like the most, and where do I see myself living at in the future? And if you've been following me for a long time, then y'all already know the answer to this. It's Thailand. Now, this right here is one of the reasons why I love Thailand so much. However, there is some rumblings of Thailand no longer being 420 friendly in the future. So, if any of you guys are watching and are considering moving to Thailand, and if that's one of the primary reasons why you're considering moving to Thailand, you may want to hold your brakes on that. Which is why I'm kind of holding the brakes on getting the new visa. I kind of want to wait to see how that plays out next year. I'll probably still end up moving to Thailand anyway. However, I would prefer to wait to at least see what they're going to do with that before I make my decision final. But, you know, for you guys that don't know, they recently just started a new visa, DTV, for digital nomads, excuse me, guys that work online and things of that nature. It lasts up to 5 years, and you got to renew it every 180 days. So that's the visa that I'm going to look into as far as my long-term stay in Thailand. But main reasons why I like Thailand the most is of what I just mentioned, which, excuse me, I gotta light it up again, and safety. Let me tell you guys something. When I celebrated my birthday, you guys, I woke up passed out drunk in my apartment. Don't have a clue how I got there. Everything in my pockets, I didn't lose a single thing. Because Dante made sure those ladies took me home and made sure I got there safe and sound. They didn't take a single dime from me. Now, you tell me if I would have had that same luck had I been in Colombia, passed out drunk in the middle of nowhere in somebody random ass bar or club. When you got people out here not even coming back home from Colombia. And yeah, it started to happen in Brazil as well. Y'all know I was just in Brazil. So safety definitely is up there. No language no language barrier. Now, although I don't really speak Thai, it's really easy to find people there that speak English. Broken English, yeah, but enough English for you to get by and understand each other. So there's really not much of a language barrier when it comes to Thailand either. You don't really have to know the language to be able to get by there. So that, dude, the cost of living bang for your buck factor is just second to none, bro. Like, it's really hard to find other countries that you can go to where you can get apartments for $300, $400 a month You know, as a bachelor, because as a bachelor, you don't need a lot of room. Get you a little decent one bedroom apartment with everything that you need, and you got access to multiple pools, gym, sauna. You know, these complexes be having mini marts and restaurants and shit attached to them, like where I'll be staying at when I'm in Pattaya. So it's like when you think about all those amenities that you got access to that I just mentioned, but you're only paying 300-400 a month for your apartment, and you got access to all that too. Like, how can you beat that? Like, that's just so tough to beat, bro. And I'm speaking for all the countries that I've been to, like, because even in Colombia, you're not gonna get that. You know, and the cost of living in Colombia is cheaper than the United States. But I would argue that Thailand is probably even cheaper than Colombia, and you get more for your money. So, cost of living, bang for your buck factor on that. Thailand got everybody beat. And then the food, very inexpensive. Like, I remember the first time I came to Thailand, I did a video. The first time to Thailand, I literally budgeted $6-7 a day on food. I didn't spend more than about maybe 200 baht at the most on food per day. I bullshit you not, bro. The only time I splurged a little bit was like when I went out to eat. You know, other than that, I ain't spend no more than about 200 baht a day. Yeah, I'm like, look that up on the currency exchange and tell me if what I'm saying is right. It's about $6-7. I'm telling you, I'm like, cause 100 baht is about $3. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you, it's like the way you can make your money stretch in Thailand is crazy. And then, obviously, the women. Now, everybody, everybody who watches me, y'all, y'all know how much I love Latina women. You can thank Salma Hayek for that. I mean, that woman damn near 60, and I still want to impregnate her. But, dude, it's just something about Asian women and just the way, like, dude, they just, I don't know, bro. Like, I think I'm starting to get yellow fever, bro. Like, for real. These Thai women got a hold on me, man. They just super feminine, man. And if you've never been to Thailand, bro, I'm gonna let you know right now. The first time you come across an attractive Thai woman and she greets you with her hands like this and bows and say "Swati Ka," you through. You through. I'm letting you know that right now. You through, bro. And although I'm liking pretty much all the women meeting you like that, it's crazy, man. Like, it's just the level of treatment that you get is top tier, bro. Top tier. Even my best sexual experiences since I've been traveling overseas have been the Thai women. So, bruh, just, yeah, man. Thailand is it for me, bro. It's number one. But yeah, those are like the two probably most common questions that I get asked. I'll probably do a video like this again in the future. If you got any questions in the comments, you know, leave them in the comments, and you know, maybe I'll do videos on those in the future. But I know those are the two questions that I get asked commonly when it comes to travel. So yeah, man, hope that covers that. And maybe I'll reference this in the future when, you know, if those questions ever come up again. Thanks you guys for watching, following. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And until next time, you guys, deuces.